Welcome to Arise Entertainment 360. I'm Shannon, LaNier.
And I'm Keturah King. Live from New York, we're here with your 360 look at entertainment, arts, and culture.
And today we're starting off with a fun story about superheroes.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's right, the final cut of Avengers Infinity War has been released, and Disney treated Marvel fans all over the world, or at least in one part of the place. Yeah, okay. Well, they treated fans to all the Marvel Universe heroes from Black Panther to Captain America and Iron Man and more. What could be better?
What could be better indeed? Now, the movie is directed by Anthony and Joe Russo of Captain America fame, and the release date for the full movie that you can watch the world over is the 27th of April.
Yes.
Tickets can be purchased from Fandango and select theaters. Should we take a little look?
Please.
Let's.
The end is near. When I'm done, half of humanity will still exist. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I hope they remember you.
Are you kidding me? It looks so good.
Amazing. What is that? Look. Now, let's talk about another superhero movie.
Please.
From one to the other. Ava DuVernay will be sprinkling her black girl magic all over New Gods from DC Extended Universe.
I'm so excited about this because you remember that her director, well, basically, she made history by becoming the first woman of color to direct a Hollywood direct-to-action movie with a budget of more than $100 million, with, of course, A Wrinkle in Time, which clearly makes her the perfect choice for this upcoming blockbuster.
Who better?
I mean, you had Ryan Coogler doing the other movie with Black Panther, now you have her doing this. I mean,
Ava DuVernay can do no wrong. Everything she touches turns to gold. I mean, talk about the Midas touch. Now, speaking of another person that quite clearly has the Midas touch, it seems like it's a superhero morning or afternoon today, or even evening, wherever you are in the world watching this from.
I love every bit of it.
Talk
Yes.
Star Wars.
Yes, well, Star Wars creator George Lucas and his wife Melody Hobson, who is a financial genius, well, they have broken ground on their latest project, aptly named the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art and Exposition Park.
That is right, and
beautiful.
It happened this morning. Construction will be completed towards the end of 2021, but there is no date yet set as to when the museum will be open to the public. Now, from the pictures that we can see on screen, I could wait till 2089 to go in. I mean,
as long as I see it.
Exactly. I just need to see it before I pass away.
It looks like a spaceship, or it looks like another universe all in itself, which is very, fitting for him.
Incredibly fitting. He's taking us into another galaxy.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna see it for the opening. I'm gonna be on.
You're gonna be in London on the 19th of May for the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of it. Because it's official. The Queen has given her approval for grandson Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to tie the knot. And we can't wait, as you said, for May 9th.
Now, the Queen wrote a letter entitled, "My most dearly beloved grandson," that reads, "My lords, I declare my consent to a contract of matrimony between my most dearly beloved grandson, Prince Henry Charles Albert David of Wales, and Rachel Meghan Markle, which consent I am causing to be signified under the Great Seal and to be entered in the books of the Privy Council." I guess all that means it's time to get the party started.
Right, that's very official, right?
Right?
Now, clearly she already gave her approval to them personally, but it now is known around the world. Exactly.
Absolutely, because you remember the first 6 people in line to the throne have to be given their consent by the reigning monarch.
Yeah.
So being that Prince Harry is, well, clearly falls within the top 6, the Queen had to publicly state that she's okay with their union. So if the Queen's all right with it, then all you bigots around the world need to be okay with it too. Thank you.
Tell us how you really feel.
Drop.
Uh-oh! Okay, well, there you have it. The wedding must go on. If that's not shocking enough, we have shocking news for toy fans and, well, I guess anyone who had a childhood.
Yeah, this is the saddest story in the world. I mean, this trumps everybody's death I've ever had to report on.
You guys, the toy superstore Toys R Us has filed for bankruptcy.
No, don't say it. Say it ain't so. No.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's a million things at Toys R Us that I can play with. From bikes and trains to video games.
Shannon, the store is closed.
Oh, okay.
Now, in a U.S. bankruptcy court filing made on Thursday, the company stated that they have no recourse but to liquidate, which will likely mean the closure of all their stores in, and I quote, orderly wind down of all U.S. operations.
This is so sad. I wouldn't be a Toys R Us kid.
Can I tell you just how sad this is for me?
Yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, well, I wasn't actually really even allowed in Toys R Us because my mother refused to. She wanted to make us, play outside and be a real child. But occasionally, it was like a treat.
Yeah,
I'd get to go into Toys R Us.
Something like that, right.
And the one at Brent Park Shopping Centre in England, I went back a few years ago, and it's not only closed, they've changed it into a completely different name. It's like Mothers R Us or like Nappies R Us, or it's something completely different, but they've kept the R Us and they've kept the colourful letters. I was like, you're not deceiving me. This is Toys R Us.
I know better.
I know better. I may not have been in there that many times, but it's not Toys R Us. So that's when I knew something was wrong.
Well, unfortunately, they will be selling off a lot of stuff, but they're probably going to be doing, like you said, some of the stores will stay in place but change their name or be bought out. Yeah. So it's not like we're going to see a lot of 80% off items, 75% off.
I think
that'll
we
be
might.
the little things that we don't really care about.
They are closing down all of their stores. So whilst someone might choose to keep the lettering because people are used to that franchise and that place, Toys R Us is gone, guys.
Yeah, well, why not go ahead and call it Christmas early and go out and get your family some treats?
It's not Christmas, it's a funeral.
Okay, well, a lot of people like Keturah are taking the news about the toy store's liquidation incredibly hard, especially Jeffrey the giraffe.
I mean, I'm so sad for him. Now the giraffe is done taking it on the chin and sticking his neck out for the company. And he decided to bear it all whilst seemingly drunk on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Jeffrey.
Take a look.
Do you guys like toys? Well, I don't have any because we're bankrupt.
Oh, come on, Jeffrey. It's gonna be okay.
No, it's not.
All right.
No, it's not, because all you bought toys on Amazon. Now I'm out of a job.
Jeffrey, your breath smells a little bit like alcohol. Are you drunk? Tell me the truth.
Yes, I'm drunk.
Okay.
I'm drunk. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Oh, no.
There's a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with.
Poor Jeffrey. I hope he gets the counseling that he needs to get through this difficult time in his life.
I hope he gets on Craigslist and finds a new job.
All right, well, switching gears a little, Drake is no stranger to setting records. This time, he's done it with his Fortnite Battle Royale Twitch debut.
That is right. He joined Twitch streamer Tyler Ninja Blevins to discuss the future of Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, Drake started out by saying they should focus on freshening up the existing map rather than creating a new one right away. All that fun made Tyler's profile blow up, gaining more than 50,000 subscribers in just under a fortnight. Pardon the pun.
Get it?
We're so funny.
That's crazy. Who knew he was so good at video games?
I mean, I could have guessed that.
Yeah.
He was a nerd growing up.
That's true. He was a big geek. He
think
did
about
say
it.
that.
He makes no bones about it.
Yeah.
He loves being a geek.
Okay, all right.
Closet geek.
Well, now, Keturah, you may be familiar with the phrase, as we all are, there are more fish in the sea.
I take offense to the fact that you called my name specifically when talking about
everyone.
that.
We all are.
What are you implying, sir?
Nothing at all. Take it as you like it. But anyway, we've all heard that phrase before, right? Well, if you're a Kanye fan, then there's now plenty more fish for you.
That is right. A new dating site which specializes in connecting lonely Kanye West fans has emerged. And it's called Yeezy dating.
Oh,
Whilst the site is not yet live, well, it will be later this month, the shade certainly is, as Taylor Swift fans are banned from using the service.
Oh, that's just haterade.
I mean, he's full of haterade. Come on now, we know this.
And why would you turn down any possible financial income? I mean,
Because, hello, Kanye West and Taylor Swift have so much drama, and if you're a real Kanye fan, why would you want to date Taylor Swift's fans?
He is the one who started the drama with her from the beginning. They made up, and then he started it again, and then
He
it's
starts
just...
drama with everyone, but if you are a real fan, if you stand the way you stand for Beyonce, for Kanye,
I don't.
then you...
Let's start there.
Then you will not want to date a Taylor Swift fan. But maybe Kanye can give some tips to the app Snapchat, because they're in hot water after posting an ad that seems to make fun of Rihanna and Chris Brown's domestic violence incident that took place 9 years ago.
Yeah, just in poor taste. The ad said, "Would you rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Rock?" And of course, that didn't sit well with the Chris Brown, excuse me. And of course, that did not sit well with the Grammy-winning singer who punched back at the ad.
So to speak, Rihanna responded on Instagram stories saying, "Now Snapchat, I know you already know you ain't my fave app out there. I'd love to call this ignorance, but I know you ain't that dumb." Ooh.
And then she added, but this isn't about my personal feelings because I don't have much of them, but all the women, children, and men that have been victims of domestic violence in the past, and especially the ones who haven't made it out yet. You let us down. Shame on you. Throw that whole apology away. She don't need their apology. She needs to just kick rocks. That's what she needs.
I mean, I don't know where I stand on this one, because yes, it was in poor taste.
Yes. Is there a but there?
There is. But those that know the real story know that there was a little bit more to that night, don't we?
Well, it's a complicated situation.
It's a very complicated situation.
And it should
and
not be made light of.
Yes, yes. And I think we'll leave it there.
There we go. All right. Grammy-winning singer Toni Braxton has clearly been saying, "Let it flow," when it comes to her bank account. Oh, because although I can't sing like her, I can definitely manage money better than her, because she's once again facing financial woes.
Wow-wee. Okay, Shannon, who did you turn into overnight? Now, I'm going to deal with you on the break. Now, the reality star was just hit with 4 tax liens totaling $780 million.
Wow.
That's a lot of money, Toni.
Yeah.
And this comes after she's already filed for bankruptcy in 1998 and 2010.
Well, you know, unless Toni wants to walk down the aisle in an orange dress for her wedding with Birdman, she better get this situation resolved ASAP.
I just want to understand how it's possible for one to go bankrupt so many times.
Oh, ask Donald Trump. Oh, he knows better than anyone.
my president. Now, staying with the Braxtons, Toni's sister Tamar can now maybe save a little money of her own, at least on hair products, because she just did the unthinkable. What is it I hear you ask? She shaved her head.
Yeah.
Clean off!
That's right. The now bald singer took to Instagram to reveal her buzz cut. Check that out. She's getting it shaved. Can you hear the song in the background?
It's my prerogative.
It was playing in the background because that's how she feels about this decision. And I think, personally, she looks great bald. Not everybody can rock a bald head. She's
That is true. That is very true. I think she looks gorgeous. I just hope that she's doing this for the right reasons, for her own personal reasons, and not because she's going through issues and taking it out on the way she looks.
That's true.
But what a
That's
stunning
beautiful.
picture. And you know, I love the fact that this really promotes what NDRE was teaching us all along, which is none of us are our hair.
Exactly. But you know what? She is a very... when she performs, she was a hairography.
Yeah.
She does a lot of hairography in
Tina
her
Turner,
performances.
Beyonce style.
Yeah, so now she ain't gonna be able to do that.
Well,
She's gonna be like,
yes, she can. She's just going to swing her head around.
yeah, or she'll just buy a wig and call it a day.
Why would you buy a wig if you just shaved your hair?
So she could change it up a little bit.
No,
She's
that's not
free
the point.
to
You
do-
want to be free.
She's free when she wants to be, but when she wants to throw it on, she can throw that hat on and keep it moving. But.
Okay, we will be right back with more Rise Entertainment 360. Welcome back to Rise Entertainment 360. Now, starting today on Netflix, you can binge watch On My Block, a new half-hour comedy that's sure to become a fan favorite.
And joining us now with more on the show and his lovable but unappreciated character. It's actor Brett Gray. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Brett. Welcome. Now, On My Block sounds pretty amazing. It's like a coming-of-age show, right?
Yes.
Tell me more about it.
Okay, so it's a story of 4 teenagers entering high school, and one of them joins a gang. So we all sort of go off on these storylines to try to figure out how we can get our friend out of the gang, and mischief ensues, of course.
You gotta pull him back in.
We gotta pull him back in.
Okay, well, we
Bring
wanna
back to the light.
Right.
Bring back to the light. Yeah.
Well, we have a clip, so we want to give everybody a little sneak peek on what they can start binge watching on
cool.
Netflix. All right, let's take a look.
High school is the foundation for the rest of your life. There's only one chance at a first impression. Yeah. Work hard. Put your heart out there. And don't go into high school without backup. You need to stick together to survive. Got it? One last thing. Don't bum Monse.
High school is an op for reinvention.
Mamacita.
Goodbye, romance. Hello, trauma.
Bitches be bonkers.
And my old friends couldn't keep up. I'm not throwing no shots, but I'ma show you my gun. I'ma take my chance.
Loyalty trumps victory, compa.
I'ma scream it to the top of my lungs.
Damn, Ruby, I see you, and I'm down with it. I like the freaky.
Okay, I see you, Jamal, right there.
Hilarious.
I know, it reminds me of my high school years.
Oh, interesting.
I know
Okay.
some of the drama's going on, but your character, Jamal, is really on a sort of a journey to find out about this neighborhood conspiracy. What can you tell us about this mystery?
So, a couple years ago, and by a couple I mean maybe 50 or so years ago, a member of the gang, the Santos, robbed a roller skating rink for $250,000, but the money was never recovered before he got caught. So it's somewhere buried in the neighborhood. So Jamal thinks, if I can find this money, I can buy my friend out of the gang, and then all will be lit again.
That's a great idea.
That's a lovely idea, but it already sounds like there's a lot of mischief that's about to ensue with that.
There's so much going on. It's crazy.
You need a treasure map.
And you guys did.
There's a treasure map.
Oh, there is.
There is. It's like a whole Goonies sort of inspired subplot line.
I kind of want to be there.
Yeah, I know. It's like amazing.
It sounds like it was based heavily on the gangs of South Central LA.
Yes.
How much research did you have to do? Did you have to join a gang?
I did not have to join a gang. My character has actually nothing to do with the affiliation to the gang at all.
Fantastic.
His whole premise is like, I just don't want to die. I want to stay out of everything. So I didn't have to do as much research as some of my co-stars did. I had to do more research on like things like the Goonies, things like Finding Treasure,
What, you
things
didn't
like.
know about the Goonies?
I mean, I knew about the
Such a
Goonies, but
baby.
you know, you got to rewatch and you got to pay specific attention and pick a character that you feel like relates to you and steal some stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, now you're telling on yourself because we know you're young. You're 21,
right.
not in high school, but you are 21. You didn't grow up with the Goonies like she did. I don't know. I don't know them either. I don't know them either.
What are you talking about?
Okay, like me. I'm the elder.
We're going on public record to say that he's 15 years older than me. Okay, we can move on now. Thank you.
She just put you all the way out there.
On that note, let's talk about high school. What was it like to go back to high school for you, good or bad?
You know what? My first high school experience was a little like, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to redeem myself this time. And I'm going to be Jamal, and I'm going to come through and cause trouble. And I think we do.
I mean, if that clip is anything to judge it by, it looks amazing.
Yes.
How similar or different are you from your character, Jamal?
I think we're pretty similar. I like to think we're very different. I'm usually more chill and more, he does a lot. He like fakes injuries and he goes on wild goose chases. I'm not about that life.
Right.
I'm like, you know what, it's a problem, but I'm going to just talk about it and I'm going to do it from right here. I don't have to go on it, you know what I'm saying? But he's very similar to me. We're both obsessed with our friends. So, I mean, it was a blast playing him. Yeah.
Well, talk to us about the audience who you think will be perfect to see this show. Is it just for teens? Who is it for and why?
It's not just for teens. It's actually very gritty, very adult. We have a TVMA rating. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a little, I would honestly say it's really like the perfect audience would be like the 21 to 24-year-olds that just finished all of this stuff, that are like, now I'm in college and I'm seeing what's going on, and I could look back at it sort of objectively and say this is exactly what was going on.
I mean, to be fair, there's some college students that act exactly like that.
Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, the same.
To each their own.
Now, when you're not acting, you can be found singing.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Where did your love for music come from?
Honestly, I don't know. I always felt as though I had some sort of musical talent, but I never really took it seriously until like a year ago. I went to the studio with my friend, and she was like, "You should make your own music." And I was like, "Okay, why not?"
That's easy.
It was like, it's scary, so why not do it? You know what I mean?
I like that.
So yeah.
What kind of genre of music?
R&B, little bit of pop,
Okay.
a lot of dance.
All right now.
Well, now you can't just say it without letting
You
us
gotta
hear a little
say.
something.
What do you mean? Here's something like what?
Like something you prepared already.
Something I prepared already. Y'all didn't tell me I had to prepare anything already.
Fine, you know the ABCs. You can sing that if you like. Just sing something.
All right, let me see. I'll sing y'all a little sneak of something that I'm working on.
Okay.
Ready? Is it my imagination? 'Cause every time I see you walking my way, I can't believe my eyes. Ain't no time for hesitation. What I gotta do to make you mine? You're looking sweet as a dove. I think I'm falling in love again. All right, that's it.
All right, Tevin Campbell.
Y'all ain't getting warmed up. Oh, come on, Tevin.
Wait a minute.
Me and my little brother love Tevin
National
Campbell.
Proposal Day is coming. Hi, darling. Would you like to get married?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's done. It's
Take
done.
me off the
I wondered
market.
if he was singing to you when he was.
We were staring in each other's eyes.
Listen, I was all the way in it. In my mind, I was kneeling with the mic right in here.
Oh my God, yes.
Then you said Tevin. That's a good compliment.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Phenomenal voice.
Wow.
So are you going to take this seriously and focus on it and release an album?
August 7th, I'm releasing a 7-song EP called Easy Days, sort of a sonic retelling of the sounds I heard growing up in my childhood.
That's
Who did you grow up here? And who are you listening to now?
Tevin was my biggest inspiration. Tevin, Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, of course.
Of course, right. Yeah.
I didn't even have to say that one.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what is next for you?
Definitely the album. Hopefully season 2 of On My Block.
Yes.
And we have a couple of things I can't talk about coming up too.
Oh, come on. You give us a hint.
Come on.
Stay tuned.
An exclusive.
Stay tuned.
Give us a hint.
Yeah.
Well, been a whole lot of TV for me this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
looks like someone's penned a few pilots, I see. Well done. Your continued success.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And make sure you check him out on my block. It's
Not his
available. No, not my block. On Netflix's block. You can start binging it right now. So go ahead and tune in right after the show, of course. And thank you so much, Brett.
Thanks
we'll
for
see you
having me.
when the album comes out.
Yes,
Come back.
And all the other TV shows
Exactly.
that we already know you're signed
will
to.
be back.
Right.
Wonderful.
Okay, cool.
Thanks for having me,
We will
guys.
be right back with more Rise Entertainment 360.
Welcome back to Rise 360. Now we know that every guy and gal needs a personal glam team to give them the do's and don'ts on fashion.
And lucky for us, we have just the team who are the best in the business. Taking a break from all their celebrity clients are celebrity makeup artist Frank Guyton, celebrity and editorial stylist Joiee Thorpe, and Derick Monroe, celebrity hairstylist. Hello,
right now.
guys. All right. Look at y'all looking glam. Thank you.
Represent.
You're representing very well.
All right, so we have to kick things off with talking about the 2018 Spring Summer Beauty Trends. I know there are a lot of them, but what do we focus on first? Let's start with makeup. What are the things we need to focus on to get our life right?
Well, yes, let's get our life right. So what we have to think about is going into spring and summer months, it gets hot, right? And the last thing that women want to do...
supposed to.
Right.
One day.
Exactly. Eventually we'll get there. But normally women don't want a lot of foundation on their face. So that's the first thing that we address. So when you're going to see, what you're going to see this spring, summer, or you're going to see less foundation, it's like that no makeup look. So tinted moisturizers are always going to be a great thing to go towards. And it's also going to be about SPF. No matter what your skin tone is, SPF is so important, right? And a lot of products and a lot of companies right now have it already infused in the product, so you don't have to buy a separate one, because that is no more the case. What we're also going to see is a lot of glitter. And glitter, everybody wants glitter, right? Yes. And it's really interesting because it's haphazardly placed on the eye area. So it's like, you know, maybe on the outer corners, the inner corners, the lid, however you want to artistically express yourself. And another
But you don't want to overdo the glitter, right?
No, well, you know what, you can, depending on who you are.
Look at that. That is overdoing
That's
it.
overdoing. But see, this is the thing. This is what fashion does. Fashion takes you there so you can see this is the trend, glitter. But then the pair back effect is where I just got done telling you, on the corners, inner corners, outer corners, the lid, wherever you want it.
Some of those looks.
Right?
I mean, not that one.
And another great trend too that you'll be seeing is false lashes dipped in glitter and then placed on the eye. And that's the simple statement. You could totally do that. Tell me more, right?
I like
yes,
this.
Makeup Forever is a great brand to go to for glitter. And they have glitter adhesive. So for that trick that I just told you about dipping the lashes in the glitter, they have adhesive so you don't have to worry about it falling into your eye.
Which you do not want.
You don't want that. So you can definitely create this look and wear it and not have to worry about any hazardous things. Also, the last thing that I really want to talk about before we go on is gloss. Gloss is going to be making its comeback. So for all the ladies out there who have all the matte lips, I hate to tell you, as I talk to Joiee.
Okay, I mean, matte lips are here to stay for me.
But let me tell you something. If you have your matte lips and you have a wide range of them, go ahead and get a clear gloss and just put it over top of the matte lip, and then you've created a whole new look.
Right.
But gloss is definitely making a
And it looks
comeback.
like that's what the model in the middle has done there. It looks a bit matte underneath, but then you've got the shiny effect on top.
Exactly, and it's haphazardly placed on the lip. It's not precision anymore. Just throw the color on, don't make it perfect, and throw a gloss so it looks like you just haphazardly
I feel like we say this, haphazardly placed. It sounds great in theory, but in real life, when you see someone walking down the street with haphazard eyebrows or haphazard glitter placed on their face, you're like,
what are you
doing?
doing?
The mirror?
But the thing about it is, you don't haphazardly means staying within the lines.
Right, okay.
And
So not coloring
not
outside.
all over here,
not
no.
lipstick on your forehead.
Unless you're avant-garde. Now, if you're avant-garde, then go for it.
Now let's talk fashion, Joiee.
Yay, my favorite topic.
Yes, I mean, clearly, look at that resplendent red. Now, on the runways at New York Fashion Week, I saw a lot of pastels, a lot of lilacs, a lot of soft pinks. But I'm wondering, especially with the color you're wearing today, are bold, bright colors making a comeback?
Well, they are. So there are several trends that came off the runway this season. So definitely bold colors are great. All sorts of bold colors like red, purple, yellow. But then those pastels too. And it's great because pastels are like colors, so they go together. You could do pastel pink and pastel blue and purple all together and not feel like an Easter egg because it's very pretty. It's a very pretty, ethereal kind of color.
Yeah, I saw Song of Style and Shannon wearing pastels, lilacs, but then with like bold reds and bold purples.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you can mix it up. You can mix it up. You don't have to do exactly what the runway translates. You know, you can do it for your personal style and who you are as a woman, and that's what I like. You know, translating the trend to you as a woman and how you feel comfortable translating it.
Well, speaking of trends, Derek, we just saw Tamar Braxton shave her head bald. I mean, so now Lathan did it. Is that a new trend for spring, summer, or what? What's going on?
I wouldn't say that's a trend for spring, summer. I would say that's a trend for people fed up with their hair. You know, a lot of women, such as Tamar and other ladies like her, they are tired of wearing the wigs and the weaves. So a lot of times they just want to shed it all and they just want to be free. So after you've been, especially for them being in the industry and having to wear the wigs and the weaves all the time, you're just tired of it. So you just break free and then just break and go for it.
So when you're tired of the wigs and the weaves, I mean, I think I can speak authoritatively on this. I don't wear wigs. This is my real hair. What do you suggest you do if you don't want to shave your hair off? Do you suggest maybe putting braids in as an option?
Well, actually, that's one of the trends is braids, and it's not such defined braids, but they're more distressed braids, braids that aren't so perfect, and they're easy to do at home. You know, like the braids on the model. Like it doesn't have to be so perfect anymore. Like we're so used to those nice, pretty lines in the cornrows and your part. You don't have to do that anymore. You can just find random areas to put some nice braids, and you can pin them in different ways and sort of pull them apart so that they have a little
like
frizz.
A fishtail braid
Exactly. And they're perfect for like festival. We know spring, summer is all about music festivals and stuff, so you always want to have something that your hair looks good no matter how bad the heat gets and no matter how, you know, you get out there dancing and having a good time, that you still look amazing at the same time.
Well, I think one of the things that's like a theme with all of you, that everyone wants to achieve the red carpet look all the time. Everyone's trying to recreate some of the things. How can they do it? Yes, for the Instagram. Oh my gosh. I haven't tried. I'm like, right?
Try, you do it.
There you go. But what are some of the secrets to recreating the red carpet look on a realistic budget? Because everybody doesn't have a glam squad with them. So Frank, what can we do?
Well, let me tell you, department store makeup is very expensive, but drugstore makeup isn't. It's less expensive, and it can definitely meet a certain demographic that can afford that. And the payoff of the foundations and the makeup and the color and the lips is just department stores a lot of the time. So you know, your Maybelline, your Revlon, all of those are really great brands at affordable prices. So find the looks that you really are drawn to, go to the drugstores and get the colors. It's as simple as that, and then practice the different looks that we as artists put on the celebrities for the red carpet.
Ah, interesting.
I feel like, look, I'm the queen of wanting to look like red carpet, but like don't have that red carpet budget. So I'm like, go to ASOS.com, go to Topshop, go to H&M, go to Forever 21. You can find really good pieces there, and also you can wait for a sale. You can go on shoplive.com, and sometimes you can find a sale, but you can definitely get things that are long and flowy and pretty, and you could, you know, pair the same colors, like, you know, the brown dress that Zendaya had on, you know, she killed it there. So you can do these things yourself, and you know, it's easy. All you have to do is go shopping on
So I feel like it's a little bit easier with makeup and with clothes. But if you don't know what you're doing with hair,
you know what? For every Kim Kimble and Harry Josh, which are amazing celebrity stylists, they all started somewhere.
That's true.
So you can always go to a hair academy, and you know, there are TG Academy or Paul Mitchell, all those different academies. And sometimes don't just rush in and let anybody do you. But sort of go some days and sort of, you know, spectate a little bit and see who's doing the best. And you know, a lot of times there are some amazing creative people that just needed to get their professional footing in the academy. So I would definitely go sort of look around, see who's doing amazing work, and let them do a little practice on you. And it's for half the price. It's not for the same amount that you would pay in a salon, because they're students.
Amazing. Where are these hair academies? What's going on to this show?
That's a good point. Well, you know, it seems like a lot of celebrities, you guys as clients, are popping up with clothing lines, you know, makeup lines, even things for their hair. Do you guys recommend those lines of different celebrities? Or, and if so, who do you recommend? Who's a good line out there?
So if I could speak to makeup, what I feel about celebrities going into creating makeup lines is very interesting, because they have a name, right? And they have a following.
But they usually don't do it themselves.
They
anyway.
don't.
So how do they know?
They don't know. So what I would suggest is for the consumer to do their research, find out if that celebrity has consulted with professional makeup artists for their actual line, so that, you know, you are getting something from one of us, per se, via the celebrity, who that way your payoff is going to be actually really nice, and you're going to get what you want to achieve. I have, you know, I play back and forth with it. Some of the lines aren't good from celebrities, and you notice like they'll come out with it and then it'll fall off, because the consumer went to purchase it and then realized this is really not what I need. There's so many other lines that are better offering the same thing. So make sure that you do your research and find out if they've actually consulted with a makeup artist for their line. And a lot of times they do. You know, they do seek us out, and it's their own personal makeup artist who they will consult with, and they do get great lines out of it.
Okay, good point.
I
But
like
clothing, what do you say about that?
I mean, you know, I feel like I'm all about the designer that curated a line and went to school, and you know, it's the craft of the designer, and a lot of times with celebrity is their name just placed on the brand. But some people like Rihanna, like I feel like it's her, you know, the Fenty line is very much her. She would wear it, she would be all for it, she would probably helps to design it with the team. So there are the lines you can find that celebrities have a lot of say in what's being curated.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to take it back a little bit, because you mentioned social media briefly, and there are a lot of social media gurus and influencers online now for beauty, hair, makeup, everything. So let's start with hair. Who are some of the hair social media influencers that you think we should be following?
I love Maine Addicts. The good thing about Maine Addicts, it's multicultural. They carry, you know, they follow black hairstylists, they follow white hairstylists, and a lot of times what they do is they go in the day of the life of the hairstylist in their Insta stories, so that you sort of get a, you know, a well-rounded look on what's going on all over. I like the fact that they, you know, take the time and give you the products that they're using and some of the steps on how you can achieve the same thing that they're showing on their store. So
That's amazing. So
I
it's
really
full
love Main
service.
Addicts. Yeah.
Okay. What about clothing? Who's getting it right?
I like a lot of women on Instagram right now, but I do like Kalana Barfield. She's the editor at InStyle.
Yes.
She actually kills it all the time.
Yes,
she shuts it down, and I love
Here for it.
that.
I co-sign that.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's a little bit of my girl Insta crush right now. Aside from like a celebrity, you know.
Right.
She actually styled one of my clients last night.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Okay.
It's a family affair.
It's a small world. In our
Small world.
industry.
Yeah, I bet.
And Frank, of course, what beauty influencers should be looking out for?
Me?
No, all right.
I mean,
Aside from the lovely you, of course, who are the best.
No, I'm kidding. But you know, it's interesting because there's so many that I follow and they're all really good, but influencers are not always makeup artists, right? So their hand is a little different. There's the Instagram makeup versus what we actually do on the red carpets
Look at his
for
face.
publications
he looks so
in fashion.
Let me be
as you
clear.
know.
I know how dare
I know, it's
There's
hard
a
to tackle this
difference.
monster.
So for me as an artist, you know, I try to, because I work with celebrities and I work with a lot with fashion publications and I do fashion stories, I try to give them the audience what they want as far as what products I've used and you know how to achieve that particular look. And I kind of stay away from the Instagram makeup because it's trendy at the moment. But I would, if I showed up on set, Joiee, and I did some of that stuff, I wouldn't be asked to come back.
Feather brows.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the fishy things? What are the fishy things?
Fishtail brows.
And a lot of it's face tuned as well.
A lot of it's face tuned, and this is something I have a really big problem with because
Wait, I'm
it's
sorry,
like,
what's face tune?
I'll explain. As the social media guru of the group. So Facetune is a photo editing app whereby you can smoothen out your face, whiten your eyes, in fact just make your face look completely different to how it looks in real life.
So you can't really achieve these things at home that you're trying to achieve by looking on Instagram.
Well, you can through your filter.
But see, this is the thing. I don't want my clients or the people drawn to my social media to look at my work and be like, it's Facetune.
Yes.
Like I want them to see that I can blend and you can blend because it's delusional because it's like the Facetunes, it's all just washed out, and I want you to be able to see the craftsmanship of what I'm creating and how to lift the face, how to structure it, how to put color. It is art. So I don't really.
This is why you post so many videos, because you're showing us that you're real, you're authentic.
Yes, I don't need a filter. The filter is in the foundation. The filter is in the foundation with a lot of these lines.
I mean, I will speak to that because the line that you promote and work with, I've been using on the daily, and oh my goodness, face here.
And see, like J. Manuel Beauty, they've already ahead of the curve because they know like this is going to come to an end because people are going to get tired of seeing makeup and trying to get ideas, and it's Facetuned because you can't see where things start and where they begin because it's all blurred out. So J. Manuel Beauty really went ahead and put the filter in the foundation and the whole line.
Well, we're not going to blur any lines in this next segment. We have a treat for you guys, so you don't want to go anywhere. We've got something special with our glam team here, so stick around for more Rise 360.
Welcome back to Arise Entertainment 360. We are still here with celebrity makeup artist Frank Guyton, celebrity and editorial stylist Joiee Thorpe, and of course celebrity hairstylist Derick Monroe.
And we have a special surprise for you because we are going to put on a fashion show right here on the set where we're going to go through a little bit of hair, a little bit of makeup, and a little bit of fashion style. So let's bring on our first model and tell us about what you guys have done.
Look at this!
You better work it.
Yes, honey. Yes. She is serving all the face. I love this. Okay, I'm so sorry to take everybody else's shine, but we have to start with the clothes. Joiee, what have you done?
Hello. So I piled on the pastels because pastel was trending on the runways. Started with the earrings and went on to this Alice and Olivia top with the ruffles and the lace, and then this Ted Baker pant. It's really, really hot. And you know what? Pastels, they go together. They complement each other. So I did a pastel yellow purse, shop off, and And you know, it goes together in a monochromatic way, and then you can do it with another pastel as well, pop in another
nice
color.
Little pop of color there.
And then, second trend on the runway, plastics. Plastic skirts, plastic accessories, plastic shoes.
Yes.
So bam, I did it with
a little bit of PVC going on down here.
PVC.
Love it.
You know, if you're a little afraid of that trend, you can just try it. These shoes are Zara, and they're only $69, so they don't break the bank.
Yeah.
And I love PVC because it's kind of like a nude. It's like naked, that naked, sexy look.
Yeah.
And I just adore this.
Yeah.
So how do you recommend that one wears the PVC shoe when it's covered? Because you know when you walk, you sweat a little bit. Are there any little fashion trips to not sweat in your shoes?
Well,
Baby powder on your toes.
yeah.
Good idea.
Some light powder. There's also something called dry salt or a dry crystal spray. You can spray on your feet to keep them from sweating.
See, this is why we have people like you on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We don't want to run out of time, so we got to get to these cornrows. Is it what you call them? Because the hair is on
Look
point
at
right
that.
now.
I
Look at the
really
back.
need you to turn around. This is so stunning.
Yes.
Wow.
So she has, we did a couple cornrows in the top, and like I said, you don't have to be so perfect with the hair, so we did a little crisscross of the braids towards the back, and then when we got at the bottom, we went in with a fishtail, we went through and pulled it apart. Even in the top, we pulled it apart so that we could get some definition, and so it won't be so flat, and give her a little volume, and so that way she'll just be style free, you know, like not even have to worry about what she looks like. She can just go about her day and just kill it.
Just be fabulous. And I mean, we say the best for last. Mr. Frank Guyton, talk to me about these eyes.
Let me tell you, when you have someone like Joiee and Derick who are putting this whole ensemble together with hair and clothing, it's like already so amazing. But what Joiee pointed out was pastels, it being a big trend. Pastels are also a big trend with cosmetics as well. As you can see, I did a graphic kind of eye, and this is from this whole face is J. Manuel Beauty. So this pencil in this beautiful pastel blue is called OMG. Her lip is this pastel pink called Spank. And let's not get naughty, but you can do, with this whole look, you want to go a little crazy with it because she's so gorgeous, and you know, it's just really flawless. And the thing about it is, if this is too much for you as far as like a really graphic kind of eye in this blue, maybe just do a really small line, but yet you still want to incorporate these colors into your makeup wardrobe because it's on trend. There's just different capacities of how you can apply it in your on your face. So you know, this is the pastel kind of collection for the trend of 2018.
I mean,
beautiful look. Thank you
an
so
amazing
much.
job. This
Great,
is
thank you. We'll bring on the next model. Great job. And
oh wow!
I guess we have to start with that. Okay, so we have to quickly get through all these so we don't run out of time.
All right, so there's nothing new about florals, except they're bigger and bolder than ever this season, which is really exciting. Designers do florals every season, but they're just bigger and full bloom. This dress is Fame and Partners from Shop Off. It's a dress, it's $250, but it's an investment piece because you're gonna wear this to everything. Your bridal showers, your weddings, everywhere. You can keep this as a staple.
So we have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes. Let's get down to these shoes.
2 minutes, but we have to go through hair and makeup as well.
All right, good.
Let's talk about hair. Let's talk about hair quickly.
Simple. Go back to the old school roller set. You know, it's healthy on the hair. You don't put all the same heat damage and everything that you normally get with using curling irons. You do a good brush out, and with a good mousse, it'll last all day.
All right. And we can see the glitter on the eyes.
Yeah. So this is the look I was telling you about the glitter eye, and where you can do glitter may be a lot for you, but there's haphazardly places to place it. Maybe only on the outside, a little hint of it. And then this whole face is actually from Makeup Forever. This is their ultra high definition foundation, this beautiful lip color, and the gloss over top of it. And this is the trend that's going on right now.
Absolutely stunning. Thank you so much for teaching us how to wear florals, how to wear glitter, and how to look good.
Get a quick pan of this whole outfit because it's amazing when I get down to
that
shoes.
She looks like Ryan Atwood. They're amazing.
Absolutely gorgeous.
She's rocking it.
Right now.
Thank you so much. much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Amazing job. Now, real quick, we've got to make sure we know where to follow all of you because you guys do amazing things online on social media. Real quick.
Thank you. You can find me on my Instagram at Frank Guyton. That's Guy and Ton. Break it down like that. Frank Guyton, and you can find me there.
Amazing. You can find me at THE_JOIEE, _Joiee.
Okay.
And mine is just my name, Derick Monroe. DERICK, 1 R.
All right, we'll be following you all. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank
Woo!
you.
Get your fashion on.
Bye, guys.
Peace.